Waterloo, Iowa, 1897. A Saturday night crowd stares into the dark. Two bright lights drift over the rooftops, steady, silent, and not belonging to any known machine. The Waterloo Courier reports it under the headline, "Latest Airship Stories." Some witnesses swear it's a cigar-shaped craft with a man in a basket. Others say it's a kite. Then, at the bottom of the article,
"The airship came down here last night. 2 of the occupants are dead."
no follow-up, no names, just a line of type that won't die. Decades later, Iowa looks up again. By the mid-1970s, strange lights are back, this time joined by something uglier on the ground. Across the Midwest, farmers wake to find cattle dead in their fields. Tongues, eyes, and sex organs gone. No blood, no footprints, just surgical-looking wounds. In northwest Iowa, veterinarian Dr. Lawrence Lacey watches the skies near Emmetsburg and Charter Oak. Red, green, and white lights weave overhead, brighter than stars. In the Sioux City Journal, September 6, 1974, he wonders if UFOs and mutilated cattle might somehow be connected. It sounds wild, until it starts happening everywhere. Boone County, 1975. A 500-pound heifer lies dead. Organs missing, cuts clean. Taylor County, a Guernsey Holstein, jaw stripped, udder gone. A perfect 10-foot circle pressed into the grass. Union County, tongue and leg neatly removed. Other deaths? Disease, maybe. But some of these look deliberate. On December 2nd, 1975, the Times Herald of Carroll prints the local verdict.
"This is really strange. I don't know what to think."
6 Drake University journalism students dig in. By their count, 27 Iowa cases across 17 counties fit the same pattern. The December 8th, 1975, Globe Gazette headlines and opinions differ on Iowa cattle mutilations. Officials blame scavengers, skunks, coyotes, crows. State vet E.A. Butler disagrees. Predators don't skip around a carcass like a surgeon. He calls it the activity of a sadistic individual. 3 days later, the paper prints a follow-up. Theories widespread on cattle mutilations. Now it's chaos, insurance fraud, cults, helicopters, aliens. Professors explain that real rituals use altars, not pastures. Reporters note the only consistent evidence is confusion. That winter, the story moves from headlines to bar rooms. Pastors preach about it, kids sneak into fields with flashlights. And then, in 1978, it turns up at lunch. Council Bluffs, November 8th. Computer science instructor Gil Fournier stands at a luncheon podium, trying to eat while describing animals drained of blood. Forks freeze midair. He admits,
"After 5 years of study, I'm more confused than ever."
The Daily Nonpareil prints it the next day. The audience had already lost its appetite. Skeptics push back hard. In April 1978, the Gazette in Cedar Rapids asks, "What happened to cattle mutilation stories?" A South Dakota investigator says 90% were natural. Soft tissue dries, then tears, looking surgical. Nebraska autopsies confirm it. Only 1 was gunshot, the rest natural. Iowa's Agriculture Secretary Robert Lounsbury suggests a few ranchers might have exaggerated for insurance, and suddenly the reports stop. By 1981, the Daily Nonpareil runs "Scavengers May Mutilate Cattle." A Lynn County captain and ISU pathologist explain it simply. Small animals chew the soft parts. Edges dry sharp, teeth marks show under a microscope. The mystery dissolves under magnification, but belief rarely does. Meanwhile, outside Iowa, the story goes cinematic. Deputies in New Mexico find tranquilizers in tissue samples. Ranchers across the plains report low black helicopters with spotlights and a sound like a lawnmower. Some investigators whisper, "secret government tests." Others roll their eyes and say, "foxes." Either way, the line between fact and folklore gets blurry enough to hide anything. Back home, the characters are pure Iowa. A vet begging farmers to call before decay erases clues. A sheriff circling a flattened ring of grass, refusing to say saucer. A teacher cracking a joke about bloodless cows, realizing no one laughs. All practical people trapped in impractical stories. And through it all, that old ghost ship of 1897 hangs overhead. Whether it was a prank balloon or the first UFO report in Iowa, The Waterloo Courier planted an idea. Sometimes the sky itself is in on the joke.
The truth is out there, and it begins with you. Welcome to the Cosmic Fold, where we talk high strangeness. Call us at 928-288-2942. That's 928-288-2942. Or join us by video. If you're at a computer, just look for the link in the chat. Buckle up, sit around our virtual campfire, and let's get started.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Day is here. I don't know what. Okay, let me add her in. There she goes.
Oh,
Hi,
there
Day.
she is. Ah.
Her room is
Hey.
bigger than your packing room, Al.
Hey, can you hear me at all?
Your volume is very low, Deb.
Yeah, I don't have the mic.
Okay.
No, not you.
But I heard that from upstairs, so I think I'm good.
No, you're good. Deb's audio is low.
How's that?
You sound great.
Okay. I had to turn it all the way up.
Now I can't hear Deb at all.
Joining us.
Yeah, I can't hear Deb at all either.
And she's a whisper to me.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
A little bit.
Barely.
Little bit.
Tell you what. I will put a video on and switch
Yeah, she's very low.
and no phone calls. Okay. Hold on.
How about
I
both?
can't hear her, like, at all.
Yeah.
She's going to put a video on while
Theory.
she troubleshoots.
Okay.
There you
Some
go.
people are going to be in the
Yeah.
comments, oh no, it's real. Well, nothing's real to me till I see it with my own papers. Okay. I don't believe in all these conspiracy theories on half this stuff. But what this is about is, I guess, the government is conjuring up, the world government, the powers that be, somebody is conjuring up this situation to where they're going to make us believe that there is a massive invasion coming from outer space, where we will all have to bond together as one world and fight this alien force. Now, they don't even know if it's friendly or not.
All right, he froze up.
It's some
There we
theory,
go.
okay? Some people are going to be in the comments, oh no, it's real. Well, nothing's real to me till I see it with my own papers. Okay, I don't believe in all these conspiracy theories on half this stuff. But what this is about is, I guess, the government is conjuring up, the world government, the powers that be, somebody is conjuring up this situation to where they're going to make us believe that there is a massive invasion coming from outer space, where we will all have to bond together as one world and fight this alien force. Now, they don't even know if it's friendly or not.
Okay, I think he's done. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot better.
It's I don't know what was going on. It was working before, but anyway, we're kind of winging it tonight because I've been way too busy at work. But the topic is I kind of went down a rabbit hole looking at all these old newspaper articles because there were tons of them on these cattle mutilations out in Iowa, so we're detouring off the main Iowa Paranormal Highway. And that guy, his video is really worth watching the whole thing because he's quite interesting. He You know, he kind of goes down the conspiracy theory thing with that Project Blue Book is going to, like they're going to do some fake thing to bring the world together. Or alternatively, he thinks maybe they're real. He has had repeated dreams about it. What do you guys think?
He's just a little clip that was played. He kind of came off a little bit as one of those people who believes that we are going to be taken over by a one world government. I've heard that story so many times. I have heard that story so many times. One world government, and it's going to blah. And that's a MAGA talking point. So I'm sorry, I just don't give that guy much credence at all, and I probably won't watch his video.
Well, that's just one clip, though. He goes off into other ones, but the reason I played that was, because he gets a little more rational, too, in it. But, he's kind of reviewing everything, but I wanted to show that clip because it kind of plays into this whole thing where people have these conspiracy theories about the cattle mutilations or UFOs or what have you. And Day left us here. She can't hear on her laptop, so. Can you guys still hear me, or is it working?
Yes.
Very well. Here she is.
Okay.
Let me move some of this crap out of the way.
Sorry, there's so much chaos, and this is my office. Sometimes I don't want to come here.
Get that chair past your.
We're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing more of this video. I want to hear. I'm with Al, basically. It is heavy. Yeah, no, I'm interested in more information.
I had so much of that one world government thing that it's kind of like when someone calls me and wants to talk to me about my vehicle extended warranty.
Well, then he gets into that he gets into that he does believe there's other life out there. And then he kind of echoes what you say, El, that we'll probably shoot at him. And then he goes
that's what we do.
Yes, that we'd probably use UFOs. Then he kind of reviews the whole gamut from a guy sitting on his porch in Arkansas, and I think he's well worth watching his thing because it's interesting. So, and then he goes into this thing where he has had repeated dreams about like all of these ships coming into the sky. Well, Bove knows that I did about these black cubes, so I'm going to show you this one.
Oh, yeah. I was interested about the black cubes.
Yeah, that is something new, different, and interesting, that's for sure, for as far as I'm concerned. Look at that sucker.
Yeah. And that was on October 5.
In Virginia. Wow.
Yep. I'll let it play again because it's interesting.
That's weird.
Do we have a number of how many people witnessed it and called it in?
No. But my theory about these stems back to this. Here's a patent that was in 1945 is when they applied for it. And like the military people that talk about these, because they see them too, and they're in like this like clear sphere. I think it's some kind of like drone thing that's either monitoring or possibly equipped with some kind of ammunition or something. And the sphere thing around it supposedly helps it so that it can't be detected by radar. And so, people are seeing these, and some of these are seen more by the by Air Force bases. So that's why my theory is more, people are seeing them, but they have something to do with the military, is my thought. What do you got?
It's possible. It's possible. The military does try to come up with different things, different weapons, different aircraft. They're always in a constant state of research and development. So
that's true.
It doesn't make any sense in the way, though, that there doesn't seem to be any propulsion, anything to help with thrust and lift.
It looks like it's just tumbling like
Yeah.
dice through the sky. It's just
Yeah.
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
But like those Air Force guys said, it like hovers sometimes in the midst of a bunch of drones, but they've seen it like float towards their aircraft. So whatever it is, I think it's some kind of monitoring or spy thing. I don't know. I mean, that's all speculation. Nobody knows. But I find it interesting. So that guy, that I had before, he's talking about having all these dreams about, and man, I went through like a week of it where I kept having these dreams about these black cubes that people would see. So, and sure enough, they're popping up on YouTube. So anyway, I found that interesting. What do you guys think about this cattle mutilation stuff?
That's been going on for as long as I could remember.
Yeah.
One of the ranches out here that I've done work with, some of the sweetest people you'll ever meet on the planet. They went through that in the early 80s, and then there were some other ranches in northern Arizona. And, when a ranch has one of their cattle mutilated like that, you're looking at a loss of $10,000, $15,000 per head.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So that's why they bring the police in on these things. And, in the 70s, it was like this huge thing, like in the opening video, and Iowa had its share of it too. But they're still going on. And I followed this Skinwalker Ranch. I, got access to their little back chat room thing. And they've shared some pictures, and it goes on out there quite a bit. And they have had vets out there and all kinds of people. They're not like trying to just make up a bunch of crap. They have people that actually investigate it, and they can't figure it out. They have no idea what is causing this.
I mean, if it's just one, you can reasonably say, it might have been some other wildlife, a wolf, a bear, or something. When you get multiple, dozens, it's that. I don't think it was soft tissue injury, whatever that.
I don't either. I think it was something otherworldly.
It's like the crop circles, right? There's so many of those out there, and there's been a lot of discussion about it. Some obvious hoaxes have been, discovered,
revealed. Yep.
But there's still a lot of them out there that have no explanation, no tracks leading up to, disturbed soil, crap like that. So I don't know. I find that crop circles way more fascinating than the mutilated animals.
Yeah, the mutilations.
It just doesn't seem to take a whole lot of thought, maybe, into mutilating an animal. But some of those crop circles they're pretty intricate, for what it's worth, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, these mutilations are, though, too. And the reason I'm interested in it is because I know people that have experienced it. Oh. And, it's done a lot of damage for them. And they're just people that I just know wouldn't lie. They're very down-to-earth rancher types.
Right.
Am I echoing?
No.
No, but I have a question
okay.
about that. The person is it highly competitive where they're at?
Not really. They started a big... Yes and no, but around the time that they went through there, and the Arizona Republic, kind of our big newspaper, they covered it. Other people in the area, like I said, did go through and it kind of extended up into Colorado too. So there was like a whole area where they were going through that. And so all these ranchers were kind of uniting, like actually law enforcement, because it's like whoever's doing this, and now they didn't embrace the UFO or anything like that. They thought it was people out there doing it, but the cuts and the things were so weird that they just couldn't explain it. And it was very upsetting to them, very upsetting. And they're reluctant to even talk about it still to this day. But
my only thought process is that humans do a lot of sketchy shit for a lot of insane reasons.
True that.
Yeah.
Whether it's to attract tourists because your business depends on it, or whether it's to knock out the competition and you do enough to where it hit everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know the alien thought processes, but I know the human ones. And so I'm kind of hard pressed that, you know, they wouldn't mutilate it. They'd take it back and study it. What is mutilating it and leaving all they could learn on the ground? What point is that? That's just slaughter. Did they eat it? No. Then I don't see
What's
where
the end game? What's the
that's
end game?
what I'm saying. Where people like to cause a lot of stir. If others are visiting us and researching us and learning more about us, then it doesn't make sense why they leave everything down here, right? I
Well,
mean, in my
I've got a video for you.
Oh, okay.
And she goes into, and so go ahead and comment throughout the video. And because of my internet problems out here, the thing I usually flash public domain doesn't show up. I just had to load it raw. But the link is in the description for anyone who wants to watch it. But this is Creative
Cattle
Commons here.
found with their tongues removed, but no blood spilled.
I've never seen any animal just fall over dead and no scratch mark, no pawing, no nothing.
What happened to this cow is not medically possible. They find there's no heart in the chest of the animal. There's no blood in it. There's no fluid in it. You tell me, where did the heart go?
Doesn't make sense with no tracks, no bloodshed on the ground. They didn't take any of the meat from the animal.
What exactly is going on here?
I'll never forget looking at him eye to eye and hearing him say to me, the perpetrators of these animal mutilations are creatures from outer space. In September of 1979, there was upsurge of media, newspaper, and radio headlines around the state of Colorado that the operative word, back again, kept coming up in these stories about these bloodless, trackless animals. I had not been exposed. So I was starting with a blank slate. What did they mean? So 9 months later, after going with an audio man and a cameraman for a month in a TV station wagon, where we went into Wyoming, through Colorado, into New Mexico, going to rancher after rancher, law enforcement after law enforcement, getting interviews about what the people were saying that they were dealing with. I had gone to see Polaroids that I knew that a sheriff up in northern Colorado had taken about 260 some photos of animal mutilations he personally had investigated. There were deputies also, but he as sheriff. And there he had laid out all of these Polaroids, and we're talking about all of these bloodless, trackless cases. And I'll never forget looking at him eye to eye and hearing him say to me, I'll save you some time. The perpetrators of these animal mutilations are creatures from outer space. And I can remember feeling like I was touching some kind of an electric wire when he said that. I literally had a physical reaction through my body as I heard the sheriff say that. And when the crew and I were on the road going rancher to everybody who had anything pathologist to do with animal mutilations. It took 9 months, 18-hour days. There was not a break, not once, for 9 months. And a strange harvest, a title that seemed to me to sum it up, a harvest of an ear, eye, tongue, jaw, genitals, and rectal tissue, udder tissue in females, was being collected from each of these animals, but with no evidence that could tie it to any human venture, government or otherwise. As much evidence as I had, as many people who had done forensic examinations and are saying we have no way to do this, there was no way on this planet for anybody to take out a heart of a cow or a steer or a bull this big, a grown adult, 7 by 9 by 11 inches. It's huge. And there were cases when there were necropsies done on mutilated animals, and there's no excisions until the person doing the necropsy, and they're cutting, there's no excisions, and they find there's no heart in the chest of the animal. Not only is there no heart, there's no clotted blood, there's no blood anywhere. As one veterinarian said to me, it was like I was touching dry sandpaper in the chest where the heart should have been. In another case that Sheriff Tex Graves told me about in Colorado, he said the first cow that he went on, missing an ear, eye, tongue, jaw, genitals, and rectum, which is the classic, he called the vet to come out to the pasture. They did a full necropsy. It takes about 4 hours to do one. I've been through with veterinarians in the field. And he said, I'm standing there, and the vet looks up at me after he'd opened up the body. And he said, don't you ever call me out on one of these again. And the sheriff puzzled, said, what, why? And he said, look, and there in the chest, no heart. But the vet reached down with his finger and did this and brought transparent, translucent pericardium. Pericardiums are a very thin membrane that surround mammal hearts, ours, cows, and on his finger, showing to the sheriff. He said, look at this. This is what the heart was in. There's no blood in it. There's no fluid in it. You tell me, where did the heart go? Where is the blood that should be here? And on top of that, Sheriff, there's not a single excision in this pericardium. How do you get out a cow's heart from inside a pericardium without cutting the pericardium? And he said, that's why I refuse to stand up in front of a pack of reporters and tell them that what happened to this cow is not medically possible.
What does your research and what do you believe? Who's doing this and why?
No question, it's a non-human operation. It's been going on in this planet probably for centuries.
So it's not military? No secret ops?
No.
This is ET we're talking about now.
It's like weather balloons in Roswell in 1947, counter intel. They put out all kinds of crazy things. No, the mutilations are being done by technologies that you have amazed at how many people have seen this on their own ranches. They've got a globe of something that is light in the sky. They see beams come down into their pasture, scares the out of them. They don't run out into the pasture. You'd say, well, today we think of iPhones, and that somebody would grab an iPhone and they would get the cow coming up. And no, in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, even the 90s, no. Ranchers did not have cameras or videotape, but they sure had their eyes at 3 o'clock in the morning when they are waked up by a dog barking and they see a beam that's coming down into the pasture. Some of the eyewitness testimonies are they see the cow being lowered and they're too scared to
So are these cases still happening? Because we have the mobile phones now, so
yes.
Is there evidence out there to suggest
mostly
it's still
in Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, that part of the world in terms of ongoing, like what I'm talking about. But the idea that there are eyewitnesses to the beams and seeing animals go down and up, and you say, why wouldn't these people be believed? Because of the pressure of counterintelligence pushing. It's paramilitary, but the mantra when I was doing A Strange Harvest was, it's disease, predators, or satanic cults. The first person that I brought to the TV station to ask was a Catholic priest in Denver, Colorado, who in his Catholic duties did exorcisms. I brought him to my office. I had laid out all of these photographs. A lot of them I'd gotten from the sheriff up in northern Colorado, but I had a whole lot. I wasn't front-loading anything. I just wanted the Catholic priest who did exorcisms, because satanic cults kept being thrown around as the explanation. Just come, lay out, tell me, what would this mean in exorcisms or satanic cults? And I will never forget watching that Catholic priest look at everything remaining silent And then he turned to me and said, Linda, this has nothing to do with the satanic cult operations that I know and what I deal with. He said, there's no blood. He said, in satanic cults, blood is like part of the scene. Yours are eerie because there's no blood. That was from a Catholic priest right at the beginning. So disease predators and satanic cults, the government literally pushed this. And to reinforce why I know that's true, a strange harvest was broadcast to this huge audience. About 2 weeks after, I got a telephone call one day at the station. And there was a man who introduced himself and said, my name is Lynn Lauber. I am the head of animal mutilation investigations for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in Calgary. I got a copy of your television show, and I wanted to call and tell you that I know that everything you have reported is true. He said, if we took our photographs and what you showed in your TV show and we mixed them up on a table, nobody would be able to tell them apart. This is the guy who's heading the RMCMP animal mutilation investigation. He said, I wondered if you could tell me, have you confirmed sometimes molars have been removed from the mouth? I said, yes. He said, we have too, and we have decided that was one detail, and the removal of dew claws. He said, we're not reporting them, and I'm wondering if you don't report it either, we could stay in touch because we're using this as a detail to separate out copycats. So for about 15 years, I had case after case, bloodless excisions of dew claws, bloodless excisions of teeth. I talked with Lynn Lauber after. I did not report them until about 2004. I began reporting the removal of dew claws and teeth. So I went all that time respecting what they were saying, knowing that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police agreed 100% that it was creatures from outer space to use the sheriff. And here's the kicker. When he told me that on the phone, how they agreed, I said, but sir, I have whole newspapers from Calgary in which the Royal Canadian Mounted Police are quoted as saying there is nothing to animal mutilations but a satanic cult called O, the letter O. God is my witness, in quotes. This is what this man said to me. That's what we reported to the media to keep them off of our backs. So it was a complete and total lie, is what it is, to be politically nice, counterintelligence explanation, to put a distance between the public and the media from the investigation by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, who are telling me they know, like my documentary, that it's non-humans that are doing the mutilations.
Please just tell me, why are they doing this? If we're saying it's ET, why are they coming to Earth? Why are they taking the organs they're taking from the animals? What's the purpose?
Two big categories: sustenance, food, genetic harvesting, to make hybrids, clones. And those two big areas, the bigger box is, one man who retired from the Defense Intelligence Agency told me in December of 1999, Linda, we have proof that there have been 3 competing geopolitical, territorial, fighting extraterrestrial groups, terraforming, interacting with this planet for at least 270 million years. When I said, what is the proof? He said, I can't give it to you, it's too dangerous. But he said, this planet is considered a laboratory. I've heard this from others who have retired in agencies. Earth is considered a laboratory.
If you like this video,
Oh my.
Pretty interesting.
Holy shit. I
That
don't
is very
like
interesting.
eyes.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
a pretty
cows without
respected
lies.
journalist, you know?
What?
What did you say?
You lost you again. Well, you're out of sync.
No, I'm here.
She's
I-
at it.
Yeah.
What did
yeah.
you say?
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
What did I say? I don't know.
Yes.
I'm fucking clueless. I
Me too.
believe I believe the Mounties. I believe this is absolutely 100% extraterrestrial. I don't understand it. I don't think we're supposed to understand all of it. But this is nothing human or satanic. The minute they said satanic, my mind went blood. There's no blood. So that wipes that right off. So that's what I'm thinking.
What about you, Day?
I'm gonna stay out of this.
Well, look. Here's okay. If I was trying, say I'm an alien, okay, and I'm like, I need some animal rectums. Let's go to Earth. So I go to Earth, and I want to not be seen. I don't want anyone to know about me. I want it to be a secret. Well, not even would you leave the carcasses. Why would you mess with the ranch? There are herds of wild animals all over this planet that are in the tens of thousands, that are in areas so remote. Serengeti's up in Canada. Why not just grab one of? No one's gonna miss a bison out of a herd of 100,000. No one's gonna see it. It'll decay in the ground, or other animals.
How do you know that's not?
Oh, I don't know that's not.
How do you know that's not happening?
My question was,
why
is it? Why are they going after cows on ranches when they got to know that people are going to find this, especially the ranch owner? That's the one sticking point that I have. It's not that. Is it aliens? Is it not aliens? Satanists. Let me tell you a little something about Satanists. I know a lot of Satanists. I've had them on my radio show. Every single one, and there are literally hundreds, are atheists. Satanists don't believe in anything. But anyway, that's a whole other show.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm not questioning whether or not it's an alien. I'm questioning if they're looking not to be found out, if they're want to go around and do their tests and eat their buttholes and whatever they take. Why not just stick to the jungle and the plains and the forest, and they can go about doing their stuff for another 270 million years, and nobody would know. No one would be the wiser. That's just.
Well, my thought on it.
My thought on the alien thing. I do believe we're not alone in the universe. I full-heartedly believe this.
Sure do, yeah.
I don't believe they're all evil and trying to conquer, or they're all like gods and want to save us. I believe they're bumping around the universe like we are, trying to figure shit out. What is helpful, what is not helpful.
I think you're right.
Who to align yourself with. What do you do when you're just bouncing around, trying to be accepted and find friends if you're moving? Because we all could just be stuck on our own goddamn planet, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, what I am saying is I have no issue with aliens. I have issue with they can come to our planet and they can investigate and research us, but they can't hide it. Really? Come on.
Maybe they don't want to.
That's my thought.
Okay,
what
but
if
if
they don't
feel
want to
it's
hide it?
necessary.
Then why wouldn't they be obvious? If you're all that in a bag of chips and you can get here and you can talk to us and you've been researching us, at some point you're going to go, "Hi guys." And so far,
exactly,
cows keep getting mutilated and we have nothing that can be proved.
And I don't know.
So I do think they're out there. I don't think we're going to be smart enough and advanced enough to understand when they actually reveal themselves.
I agree.
I just don't. It's not that I don't think they're real. I don't think humans are advanced enough to even begin to grasp their levels of communication or what they're doing.
And so many people assume that
So
they're
I'm
humanoid.
sorry if I'm not popular in this. I think a lot of people like to do a lot of.
No, that's fine.
And I was born and raised in South Florida, meaning I lived in a tourist world. You would not believe what the community will do as a unit to drive up those tourist dollars. Come on, alligator farm? Who does this? Floridians. They make money off it. Everybody comes to see this.
And I can understand, the blood is missing, the organs are missing, the whatever the hell that.
There's a Rocky Mountain oyster joke in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely is. And sweetbreads. But yeah, I'm not even going to begin to try to explain that. I would have no idea how to drain the blood out of an animal or to remove an organ, without it being detected. I don't know. And because I don't know.
One of them.
I was just going to say, because I don't.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, because I don't know, I really find it difficult to make, what do you call it, a guess. Not because it wouldn't even be an educated guess.
Right.
That's my point.
I don't know how that happens.
Begin to think how all this happens.
Yeah,
so.
and it is strange, and it is odd, and it is very unusual. There aren't many reports out there of beings being drained of blood unless you watch vampire movies. But and I agree, it's very strange, it's very unusual. But I know so little about how that would even be done that I can't even offer a supposed or a
right.
I don't know either. I'm just looking at this as an observer. Like, this is interesting. At the Skinwalker Ranch, they had one of these, and they had really strong radiation levels around this animal carcass. It was doing, it was like the same stuff that she's talking about there. They actually invited that Linda Moulton Howe to look at it. And what was interesting about it, because of all the radiation, other animals and predators would not go eat the carcass like they normally would. Right. So it just laid there for years until it just finally, decomposed. And then they tested like the ground afterwards, and it still had all kinds of radiation. So who knows what it is? I mean,
yeah. We're chemically killing ourselves right now in real time.
Exactly.
You don't think we've done this for thousands of years? Because we used to not know any better. Now we know better, but profit is more important than people. Right. As long as that happens, we will continue to eat plastic and not real food if it isn't saturated by chemicals. I'm sorry. I'm a very much
although I would say that I think we can't help it. All right, so let's say that it's true that 3i Atlas is some big alien ship. I can only hope that they're not going to do the same thing to us as whatever's happening to the cows.
Yeah.
I'll be dead. I won't care.
Yeah, there you go.
But you know what?
Anyway,
if you think about lore and media and the way we viewed aliens, like forever now, they were always terrifying and bad. Now we've made them where they can be really nice. Everybody's really getting along. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Look at Star Wars and the aliens you met, the ones that were on your side and not on your side, and that had advancements or didn't.
Damn Klingons, man.
Damn Klingons. So here's the thing I take away from all that. No matter what planet you're from, either you're nasty and violent or you're kind and helpful. And that's all you are.
Yeah.
If you're profit
driven,
you're going to be nasty and violent. If you're life driven, you're going to be kind and helpful. And so, I don't fear aliens. Humans are just so terrifying. When I meet an alien who is mean,
worse.
I will then fear aliens. I've only met humans, and the nice ones are fewer than the not nice ones.
I'm hoping all the aliens are like Paul.
Oh my God, that would be great. The movie Paul?
Have you seen Paul?
I haven't seen that.
Oh my God. You got to watch this movie.
He's a great alien.
I've never
He has
seen it, no.
So much, oh, do yourself a favor. He's a fun alien.
Okay.
Yeah, he cusses,
All right.
smokes weed, and plays practical jokes on people. It's just a hilarious movie. And it's got the two guys from Shaun of the Dead.
But we watched the alien series, Alien Resident, too.
Resident Alien? Oh, yeah.
Resident
Yeah.
Alien Resident, whatever. Anyway, I think if they were coming down here to research us, they'd show up and blend. Because any
definitely
person would know you show up and make a big bang, you don't learn nothing except how people react when their world is wrecked. That's all you learn. Chaos is what you learn.
I was told that you can tell if a human being is an alien if they wear cat headphones.
Hey now, I resemble that remark.
And God, I wish I was an alien, because that means so many of the humans I actually might be related to wouldn't be my relatives. Just saying. I'd rather be an alien.
You can just say, all right, I'm done. You go home.
Yeah.
Get your little spaceship.
Yeah, just move on. But so anyway, that was all I had pulled together. I've been like so busy at work, and tomorrow's another big day. Yes, with moving. See, where's the spaceship when you need it? So you help you move. Just beam it up, move it over. So, Bove, what do you think about all of this?
I think I remember hearing about the cattle in the 70s, and I remember thinking it was very creepy, very mysterious, but I fell right into the alien or UFO belief. So, and then decades went by, and I didn't hear anything, and now we're talking about it today.
Oh, look, we're back.
I still believe it's alien intention and alien.
No, she's gone.
doing.
Who's gone?
Days gone. She went tonight.
Okay, well, L is freezing there.
Yeah,
we're
you're all
taking
going away.
turns.
You're just turning into circles.
Yeah, your internet kind of cut down.
That's weird because I'm showing 1.1 gigahertz on a fiber line.
It could be StreamYard right now, because I've got a delay going on, which I normally don't. So it's like I'm probably like 20 seconds behind all you guys. So anyway, that's the show for tonight. Bove, I hope it doesn't storm too bad out there in your area. Is it flooding at all?
Not that I'm aware of. Downpour, but this is supposed to go on for another couple days, I believe.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So anything's
I'm
possible.
worried about.
I'm in a lake bed. Yeah.
Well, if it gets weird, come on over to my place.
I might just.
I'll be there in 20 minutes. Then.
Well, it looks like. Yes, it looks like southern Arizona is going to really get hit bad.
That's what I saw too.
Like 8 inches. That's just crazy.
That's terrible. That is terrible. That's awful.
So, well,
So
Al, good luck with your move and packing and all of that.
There goes everybody again.
Yes. So where are we
I see Bove. I
next
think
Saturday?
it's his. I think it's his.
Oh.
We'll finish up the Paranormal Highway of Iowa next Saturday.
That's weird.
Oh, okay.
I'm showing no connection. I ran a little diagnostic.
We can hear you now, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see ya.
you all kept going away, but I understand. I get it. There I go again.
All right.
And I'm back.
Well, with all these tech issues, Al, are you free for next Saturday?
He's not sure if his phone was working.
Okay. So next Saturday we'll finish up Iowa.
It's the Saturday
We
after.
took a diversion.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, with all these tech things, I'm going to end the stream. Thank you all.
Okay.
We'll see you next
Thank
Saturday.
you. Bye, everybody.
Alrighty.
Enjoy the rest of your
Bye.
weekend.
Thanks so much for joining us. We love hearing your stories, so tell your friends so they can join the party. For show notes and our forum of high strangeness, visit cosmicfold.com. Remember, Cosmic Fold airs live on Wednesday and Saturday nights, so be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to know when we're on air. Thanks again and have a great evening.